Welcome back, everybody. This is thejonnymar, and I am continuing with Final Fantasy III for the PSP. So my last episode, we got through the village of gnomes, we found some Vikings, and they indicated that there was a dragon or a sea serpent kind of terrorizing the area, preventing any sort of people from going out to sea. And they suggested that we go to the Nepto shrine here to figure out what exactly is going on. So upon entering the shrine, we see this huge head here of the serpent. Obviously, it's not the actual head of the serpent. We saw that in the last episode, and it destroyed us. But we find out that the particular head here is missing one of its eyes. So something stole one of those eyes. And if you think about it, right, if someone came up to you, popped out your eye and stole it, that might irritate you. I feel like you could jump off of there, huh? But unfortunately, you cannot. Even though that little space is in the wall there, it looks like you might be able to jump down to the area below, find some secret treasure. No, that is not how it goes. But yeah, someone stole your eye. I'd be pretty irritated too. I'm not sure I would go on a rampage and kill anyone that came across me. Maybe. I certainly would call the police. Not that there are police probably in this area. They kind of do things probably, you know, on their own. They wait for these teenagers to come along and take care of things when they happen, as opposed to doing them themselves. But aside from all of that, we're going to head through the shrine looking for this missing jeweled eye. And who knows, maybe if it's worth a lot, we'll just take the eye, we'll go sell it, and maybe we'll just head home. We'll tell the Elder and the crystals, we tried, but unfortunately we weren't able to beat the evil that was spreading across the world. No, we won't do that, obviously. We are the heroes of light, the warriors of the crystal, yada yada yada. So we're going to head through all of the little areas here. These little holes in the floor are actually paths to other areas of the shrine. Some will take you to treasure, and then of course some will take you onward towards the jeweled eye that is actually hidden here. And we'll also find the thief. Who could the thief be? Is it a treasure hunter? Probably not. Is it a monster? Maybe. I guess we'll find out in a little bit. So there are quite a few items to pick up, and some of them are better than the items that we currently have, so they're well worth getting. You'll notice the encounter rate. Oh, I see something. There's something there in the distance. I think that's probably our culprit. But the things are worth getting, as is the case in most dungeons. Come on, game. Stop putting me into random encounters. I'm trying to stay in good shape here for the fight that's coming up. Oh, it looks like it's a rat. It's a giant rat. So you're telling me that a giant rat went up to that statue and was able to pop this eye out and cause all this chaos. That is pretty impressive. Now, I would imagine most people would make a Princess Bride reference here, you know, rodents of unusual size. I'm going to go in a little bit of a different direction, and I'm going to say, hopefully this rat is not going to summon any sort of, you know, turtles or anything like that to come after us. Yes, that's right. I'm making a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference. That should not be surprising considering the games I've played on my channel. But as you might expect with any boss encounter, we are going to just attack with our strongest abilities. This rat really can't do anything much. It can physically attack you and it can poison you. That's about it. It'll go down pretty fast with our second level spells. So, down it goes. We get a good amount of gold. We get some experience for our jobs here. And that is it. Unfortunately, for the most part, with some very minor exceptions, now that we're going to be finishing up this particular area of the game, we don't have to worry about being minied with our entire party again. So that's good. So yes, we have to head all the way back. Alright, so we're back at the entrance area, near the shrine, near the giant stone head. We have the jeweled eye, and we're going to insert it back into the head. There we go. Missing eye back in its socket. And it was a trap! No, just kidding. The serpent is happy. The Nepto Dragon is essentially kind of the Leviathan of this particular world. So it protects the seas. So it's not going to do anything bad to us now that it has its eye back. So it's going to rest in peace. So that's good. We did our job. Uh-oh. Maybe that's not it. It's going to continue to tell us about the horrible things that are going on. The signs that the planet is not well. Things are falling farther and farther into ruin. And it's going to give us the Fang of Water. Well, we'll find out what that is in a little while. That's not immediately important to us. But now our job is to go forward and recover the light as it tells us. Which is great. And more importantly, it goes to sleep. So now we can actually head out to sea. So we're going to head back to Viking Cove, and we're going to let them know that we took care of the Nepto Dragon. It is no longer an issue. Let's talk to everybody. And they're immediately like, yep, we told you. We are honorable sorts. We told you that if you took care of the dragon, you would get the Enterprise and be able to head out with it. And they're going to name their children after us. Well, maybe our children. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. But the head of the Vikings, again, just to kind of make things official, says that the Enterprise is ours. And we will. We will take it. We will never look back. And we are going to sail forward with it. All right. So I rested, sold a few things, and now we're going to head out to sea and, of course, get into an immediate battle. So yes, like pretty much every Final Fantasy, when you are traveling in a boat on the water, you will still have random encounters. They're not horribly difficult right now, at least in this area of the map. So you don't have to worry too much about that. But do be aware of it. If you're unprepared, if you're not healed, if you're not ready for them, they can cause problems. But let's check out the map. Where do we want to go? So remember, you cannot access the map without using either the Sight spell or Gnomish Bread in this game. And it looks like there's a little town nearby, and there's a castle nearby. There's a castle to the northwest, and then there's a little town to the southwest. So normally you would think to go to the little town, because obviously it's pretty close. I'm going to go there in a little bit. But first we're going to head to the castle, because the castle has a lot of loot. Now, you don't have to come to this castle. This is Castle Argus. Until later. The game will send you here in a little while. Well, as part of the story, essentially. But we're going to come here now and just get the items. And that is because a lot of the chests in this area are actually gold. So the gold is good, because we're going to need that gold in one of the towns to the far west to buy new items. So we're going to access some hidden passages here, look for our sparkly points, and then we're going to grab all of the treasure we can, everything we can carry. I mean, 2 of my party members are thieves. Of course we're going to grab everything we can. And as I mentioned, it is mostly gold, at least on the first few floors of this castle. Now, again, you can come and do this a little bit later. I always feel a little weird about it when everyone's around, because right now nobody's here. They're all missing and gone, and that's for plot-related reasons. And we'll find out about why in a little bit. Specifically when we head to the town to the southwest. But lots of money. That's always a wonderful thing. So this is a pretty cool looking castle, very old school style, kind of that stone look. With a thief in the lead position of our party, we can actually open up locked doors. So that allows us to access even more treasure. Yay, treasure. And then there were also like fountain areas too, which are cool. So we get arrows. Some of the stuff in this castle is not really going to be useful, simply because, one, I'm not using a bow and arrow right now, and two, some of it is for the scholar class. And we don't even have access to the scholar class yet. The scholar class is a pretty useful class. Essentially, what it allows you to do is use attack items in battle, and it increases the damage of those attack items. It also gives you an automatic party ability that allows you to do the scan ability. So essentially, you know, the ability that allows you to check for weaknesses and how much hit points the enemy has left, so on and so forth. But we are essentially done here. This is where the king will be in the very near future. There's a secret little passage back here behind this stair area. We'll grab a few more items, and that'll be it. Seems like there should be more. And there is. One more consumable item. Alright. So that is it, I believe. So let's head out to the front of the castle. Anything going on out here? We have the fountains. Obviously a revival fountain. A fountain to heal yourself. And that is it. So now we're going to head to the south. And we're going to head to that town. Some pretty dramatic music on the water. I like it. So we'll head into our next new town area, and that town is Tokkul or Tokkul or however you want to pronounce it. And you'll notice that everyone is afraid of us. They're terrified. And, I mean, they should be, right? Anyone new, especially people coming in looking like thieves or, you know, powerful wizards, they probably should run away. And this little kid is like, yep, I want nothing to do with you. And his mom or this woman is protecting him. Well, of course we're going to spare your child for a price. No, I'm kidding. Obviously. We're not one of them. So there's been soldiers that have been coming into this village and they've been taking people. And they take them to the desert and they're wearing the seal of that castle we were just at, Argus. That's weird. I thought Sid mentioned that the king of Argus was into airships and they were on good terms. Although maybe Sid's okay with this. Maybe it turns out Sid is an evil, evil man. I don't know. When is Sid ever an evil, evil man? I guess Final Fantasy XII, the Sid isn't that nice of a guy. But there's a lot of items in this area, kind of hidden around. And they changed the location of the items slightly between the PC and the PSP version and the DS version. So I don't remember exactly where they are. I'm going to have to look here. I'll try to show them off, and if I miss any, I'll kind of put a note at the end of the episode on any items that I missed and where they are located. But yeah, the citizens are like, hey, help us, please, save the people. And also, here's a couple of locations of interest nearby. In the sands to the west, there is a demon and a giant tree. I mean, what could a tree do? It's not like a demonic tree could take over the world or destroy all of existence, right? That would never happen in a Final Fantasy game. Where are these stupid items? Okay, here we go. Got the cider. We got a few other things. I think there's still a staff. I think there's an ice staff somewhere. We have Mognet. Still no new letters. And we will check in with that again in a little bit. But let's head in here and talk to the Elder. The reason we don't have any new letters through Mognet is because you actually, in the remakes of the remake of the DS version, so the PSP and the PC version of this game, you have to actually change the lead member of your party to get different letters from different people. So because we still have Lunith as our head party member, we're still just getting the same letters from the Elder. If we change to Ark, or if we change to Refia, or Ingus, then we'll start to actually get letters from other people. And that's important. Now, it's not important at this point because you really don't have to worry about it until you can access all of the letters in the chain. There's about 4 to 5 letters per chain that open up like side quests and things like that. And we're just too early in the game to be able to access those. So once it's more important and relevant, I'll show it to you. But we are finishing up. We grabbed all the items. I found the ice staff over here. And next time we will head to the west to the Village of Ancients. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. So long.